Back here for the second game of 3 on the day here at the Flaming Gorge Invitational, the 24th annual version of this tournament. Not a true tournament style, not a bracketed version of this tournament, just a scheduled classic event where you get 3 or 4 games. And the Lyman Eagles will compete in their third and final game here in the 3-day weekend at the Flaming Gorge Invitational. The Lyman Eagles also will attempt to get their first win of this Flaming Gorge Invitational after 2 defeats, one to Rich County on Thursday live on MyLocalRadio.com, and then yesterday they played in Green River against the Grace Grizzlies and held strong for a long period in that one before eventually falling to the Grace, Idaho team. So right now we've got the Pinedale Wranglers and the Lyman Eagles about 5 minutes away from tip-off here on the MyLocalRadio.com pregame show. I am Sean Bennett. Thank you for tuning in and listening, watching. Once again, we really do appreciate each and every listener, viewer that we get here on MyLocalRadio.com. We know that there are plenty of options on things to do on this Saturday afternoon, so we do appreciate that you're spending your afternoon with us. And hopefully Lyman will be able to get their second win of the season today. Lyman, I believe Kemmerer was the team that Lyman defeated in the Flaming Gorge Invitational. They will play against the Pinedale Wranglers, a non-conference game, even though these teams are in the same conference, in the same division. That's Southwest classification in the 3A class. But this is non-conference, so it won't go against their record because it is in the Flaming Gorge Invitational. It's not at either of the 2 schools. So the Pinedale Wranglers, they are 1-1 on their trip here to the Flaming Gorge Invitational. They have lost to Bear Lake, and they defeated, I actually forget who they defeated on Thursday. Let me just look it up really quick, just so I have. They defeated Grace. So they defeated Grace 73-43 on Thursday, that opening day, and then they lost to Bear Lake. That was yesterday at Green River, in Green River, I should say. So Pinedale playing their third game, third opportunity to get a win here. They are 1-1, trying to finish the weekend with a winning record. I don't blame them, obviously. Every team wants to leave here with a winning record. Not possible for the Lyman Eagles at this point after 2 opening game losses. But they have an opportunity to get the win and get their season back on track here. After a 1-2 start at the Bridger Valley Invitational, they are 0-2 this weekend. 1-4 on the year, but obviously the team can improve, and they will improve under head coach Kevin Lueck. Something to watch out for sure, as the Pinedale Wranglers obviously want to finish their tournament on a hot streak and figure out where they stand in the Class 3A. In Class 3A, especially amongst the boys teams, Mountain View boys look like a strong competitor to come out of the Southwest. But obviously Pinedale says, hey, just wait on us for a minute. Pinedale did have a dunker compete in the dunk competition last night. Did not win, unfortunately for them, but the boy from Riverton won the dunk competition. I'll write a story about that and much more on MyLocalRadio.com on Monday, so check for that. It'll probably be on the homepage of our site. As it stands right now, the head coach, Mike Davis for the Pinedale Wrangler team, is also happening here at the Flaming Gorge Invitational. Bunch of other games in progress, some that have happened as well. We'll announce the starting lineups as they are announced to you. This has been our pregame show on MyLocalRadio.com. Once again, we do apologize for our lack of a scoreboard camera today. It did break or was not functional, I guess we could say, when I arrived here to this middle school gymnasium on Thursday. Obviously, I'm not a technician, so I do not know how to fix a camera. So I'll try to get that working Thursday. Star Valley will play Lyman in Star Valley, both the boys and the girls, so I'll cover that. And hopefully we'll have it up and running by then. If not, we do apologize, but a Christmas break will hopefully give us the opportunity to either buy a new camera or get one delivered. So the Pinedale Wranglers head coach Mike Davis talking to his team, getting ready for the starting lineups to be announced here. So the Pinedale Wranglers will be wearing their green and orange trimmed uniforms today. The Lyman Eagles will be wearing white with the blue trim down the sides. And the starters are going to be announced here for Pinedale. Colton Hansen, Jose Avega, Tyler Van Etten, Blake Illaway, Daniel Gosar. Your starting five tonight. Actually, no, Vega is not announced as a starter. My bad for that. Jumped the gun just a little bit. Starting for the Lyman Eagles, Michael Kunzler, number 3. And your housekeeper, number 10. Number 22, Callan Rogers. Lucas Hansen. And Jed Dickerson, a shooter who I talked to before this tournament started, before the Thursday game. I talked to head coach Kevin Lueck about Jed Dickerson. He said he's been a little bit cold on the shooting front for the start of this tournament, but he hopes to heat up soon. And let's see if he can find his rhythm today on the basketball court. Just about ready to get set and tipped away here. Lucas Anson's going to be on Daniel Gosar to start the game. On the tip. And the tip is won by Gosar, and he taps it back to his teammate. And that's how the first half will start here on MyLocalRadio.com. Gosar gives it up to Illaway, back to Gosar. Illaway on the top of the key. Looks like Lyman's going to play a zone to start off with here. 2-3 zone. Now of the jump. Pinedale going right to left on your screen. Lyman defending left towards right to their offensive goal. Nice little motion play here from the Wranglers to start off the game. That's Hansen with the ball underneath, and that's knocked away by Callan Rogers. Here come the Eagles on their first offensive trip of the afternoon. Kunzler and Rogers calling for it. Rogers gives it off to Kunzler, and I believe they're going to get an offensive foul on the screen set, possibly. It will be on Lucas Anson. That's going to be his first. Something obviously to watch out for is the foul trouble that Lyman has found themselves in this season. And Pinedale brings the ball up over midcourt. That is Hansen in the corner. Gives it out to Van Etten. Van Etten up top. He's going to shoot the three, try to get on the scoreboard, and he does. A three-point attempt there. And it's 3-0 Wranglers as they set up some defensive pressure in the backcourt. It's thrown away at midcourt. And here come the Wranglers again, and it's going to be a charge. Callan Rogers takes a charge underneath the basket there. And immediately Pinedale initiating that pressure once again. A full court press. Nobody in the back court for either team right now. In the front court, I should say. Anson gets the inbound, picks up his dribble, gives it over to Callan Rogers. Callan Rogers being double teamed, gets it up across midcourt. That is Housekeeper. Housekeeper's going to drive the lane, misses his shot, gets his own rebound, and scores to open up the scoring for the Lyman Eagles today. 3-2 the score. 6:28 to go in quarter number 1. On MyLocalRadio.com. But we'll have both this Lyman boys game and then the Lyman girls game to follow immediately after. So stay tuned. We'll switch the stream to a girls stream after this. So if you're interested in watching the girls, switch to that stream after the conclusion of this one. Ball back up top. On the right side, that's going to be another three-point attempt. This one short from Van Etten. Van Etten chases down the rebound after it was passed to him by Colton Hansen, the junior, and the ball Actually, the play is stopped because a foul was called. Jet Dickerson, number 30, with the foul. That's the third team foul in a minute and 38 seconds of play here in the first quarter. That is Colin Rogers defending on the outside. Missed three-pointer there from Pinedale. Cole Redmond with the rebound. Illaway pulls up, free throw line jumper, no good. And again, another offensive rebound from Van Etten. Pushed out of bounds off of Lyman. 6:04 to play in quarter number one. 3-2 the score. The Wranglers holding a 1-point advantage. Wranglers the guests on the scoreboard here. Lyman, the home team on the scoreboard, wearing white. And a three-pointer coming off the screen. That was Daniel Gosar, the senior. And 2 threes here in the first 2 minutes for Pinedale. 6-2 Wranglers. Housekeeper with the ball on the left side. Circles back towards midcourt and resets. Colin Rogers looking to set a screen. Back over to Kunzler. Housekeeper back to Kunzler. Kunzler open for three. He's going to attempt it. No good. Rebound Lucas Hansen. Lucas Hansen crawls it up and over the rim. And it's 6-4. 2 offensive rebounds, 2 baskets for the Lyman Eagles. Can't be much more efficient than that. Jet Dickerson defending. Colin Rogers defending on the right side, excuse me. Up top, that is Daniel Gosar with the ball, trying to show off his fancy ball handling skills. He slipped on the drive, no call. And that drive will be up and good. Off the glass, kissed it off the window was Blake Illaway, the senior. And the pressure as Lyman attempts to get it over the front court, and they do. Dickerson with the ball, gives it over to Housekeeper. Housekeeper for three, no good. Another offensive rebound thrown inside. Colin Rogers with it. Colin Rogers is fouled on his way to the basket. 3 offensive rebounds and 2 baskets, an attempt and a free throw line trip here for Colin Rogers. So all 3 possessions on offense for the Lyman Eagles have resulted in offensive rebounds, and Rogers is going to get 2 opportunities to get the Eagles to 6 points. Jacob Woodland and Chase Richards checking in for Dickerson and Lucas Hansen. First free throw from Rogers was good. The foul, by the way, was called on Daniel Gosar, his first, team second of the first quarter. And that free throw is up and no good. Crawls out of the rim. And that was Woodland in there trying to get the offensive rebound. Did not. In the far corner, that is Illaway with the ball. He's going to drive all the way through the middle of the lane, straight down the heart of the defense, and scores. Housekeeper rushing the ball up the court, and it's stolen away there. Tyler Van Etten saw the ball go right into his hands, and a nice scoop-up layup there. No good from Gosar. Ball on the court, a couple defenders there. And who did we get the foul on? Ref does point the opposite way, so I think the foul is going to go against will go against Daniel Gosar. So Gosar with 2 fouls here in the first 3.5 minutes of play. 4:10 on the clock in quarter number 1. 10-5, the Wranglers leading here over the Eagles. And that one's thrown away. Van Etten sprinting up the court, trying to get a transition basket. He's going to lay that one off the window. No good. Rebound from Housekeeper, and Housekeeper's going to take the Lyman offense down to their offensive end. And Housekeeper, I think, slipped down, and kicked the ball into the corner out of bounds. So an unlucky play there. 10-5 the lead for the Wranglers. 3:52 to go in quarter number 1. Hansen bringing the ball up the front court. Blake Illaway on the left side. Near midcourt three-point attempt. Steph Curry range right there. And that is, well, not really that close from Daniel Gosar. He attempted that thing from the volleyball 6-foot line. So that's probably, 5-6 feet beyond the three-point line. He spotted up, saw the rim, and said, I can shoot it from here. And he did attempt, but a long rebound went out of bounds. Not sure if Eric Orem excuse me, if Mike Davis wanted that out of his team, but we'll have to see. Orem, the head coach of the Wranglers. Colin Rogers is going to drive the lane. He's going to find himself an open lane, and he's going to score. Eric Orem, the head coach here for the Wranglers, directing his offense, and a foul is called 20 feet from the basket there on the outside. Daniel Gosar was attempting to move the ball towards the middle of the court, where Woodland ran into him and fouled him. Fourth team foul here in the third quarter on Lyman. On the right side, that's Illway with it. Uses his teammate's screen, gets the ball up towards the center of the court and picks up his dribble. He'll find it in the corner, drive baseline, turn, give to his teammate, open three for Peacock. And a missed shot there, rebound from Van Etten. Van Etten underneath. He will go to the free throw line as he is fouled there. Foul is on number 10, Andrew Housekeeper. Ton of fouls called here in quarter number 1. 8 total fouls in 6 minutes of play. And the first shot from Tyler is good. 11-7 the lead. Chance for Van Etten to make it one more at the line. And that free throw is no good off the rim. Kunzler on the right side of the rim gets the rebound and sends it up the court. That is Kunzler on the left side. Gives it back to Rogers. Chase Richards with the ball on the top right now. He rejects the Woodland screen. Woodland will get the ball on the top of the key. Give it back to Richards with 2:40 to go in the quarter. That is knocked away, and a good defensive play there from Pinedale. Bodies hit the deck. No foul called. And the ball is just out of play off of Pinedale. So a lot of action here, 2:31 to play. As Anson and Jet Dickerson check in for Colin Rogers and Michael Kunzler now. Inbounding is Richards on the sideline. Gets it into Housekeeper. Housekeeper, screen set by Woodland. Housekeeper backs up, shoots a three, gets knocked down, no call. And that's going to be off of Pinedale and out of bounds. Blake Illoway, this 5'10 senior, tried to get the rebound, and as he was going to the ground, lost out of bounds. 11-7, 2:23 on the clock. Inbound underneath the basket here for Lyman. Richards driving the left side of the lane, and he scoops it up, can't get it to go. Lucas Anson with the offensive rebound. No. Lucas Anson another rebound and another score, and a timeout for Eric Orem. Not happy that there have been 5 offensive rebounds in 6 minutes of play here in the first quarter on MyLocalRadio.com. The Lyman Eagles hanging in there in this one. Down 11-9. We're going to take this timeout on MyLocalRadio.com.
When you have any mechanical problems, always think of Reese Auto Service in Lyman first. Doug and the mechanics at Reese Auto Service work on everything from your lawnmower and snowblower to cars, trucks, farm and ranch equipment, and semis. You can also get tires for anything you need at Reese Auto Service. Always visit Reese first. You'll get great pricing and quality-friendly service. Reese Auto Service, 541 Highway 413, Lyman.
Back here on MyLocalRadio.com, where the action will resume. The Lyman Eagles trailing by 2 points in this early first quarter. 2 minutes left on the clock. As Pinedale advances it up in the front court. Three-pointer attempted and got nothing but air there. Thrown and saved by Illoway right to Housekeeper in the front court. Anson underneath, misses the bunny down low, and this one is rebounded by Pinedale. So you wouldn't think that Lyman has a size advantage, but 5 offensive rebounds in the first quarter might tell you otherwise so far. Anson underneath in coverage on defense, and they're going to call an offensive foul here. They're going to say he led with the elbow. That was number 4, Tyler Van Etten, who kind of leaned in with that elbow, drawing more contact than necessary, deemed by the officials. 11-9, Pinedale leading here in quarter number 1, 1:30 on the clock. As Housekeeper picks up his dribble, nearly tosses it away when trying to go to Woodland. Back to Housekeeper on top. Housekeeper drives right through a pile of bodies, and because of that, he turns it over underneath the basket on the other way. It's going to be a layup for Blake Illoway. Housekeeper gets the inbound back to Woodland in the backcourt. Pressure from Pinedale has been strangling here in this first half. And that is a baseline jumper for Lucas Anson, and it's 13-11, 55 seconds on the clock in quarter number 1. The Wranglers have looked good, and the Lyman Eagles arguably have looked maybe the best that they have looked all season, as an open three from Tyler Van Etten is able to be cashed there. 16-11 the score with 35 seconds to go. Still in the backcourt. And that is off of Pinedale, out of bounds. So Woodland tried to get it to his teammate Housekeeper, and the ball went off of the leg/knee of Pinedale. We're going to make him inbound this all the way in that coffin corner. Let's see what Pinedale elects to do in defending this. Inbound to Kunzler. Jet Dickerson. And here comes Chase Richards behind the back. I'm not sure if that was a pass or a dribble, albeit the ball just kind of sat behind him. He turned around to go pick it up, and somebody kicked it from Pinedale, so it's going to be 24.3 on the clock. 16-11, the Pinedale Wranglers have the lead, courtesy of 3 three-point attempts in the early going. That is a free throw line jumper from Woodland, no good. Ball chased down in the corner, saved right to Woodland, and Woodland will put it up and put it in. Usually not a good idea to save the ball on your own side of the court, and Pinedale found that out the hard way as they saved it right to Woodland, who just found himself an empty paint to drive right through. One defender came in late to try to stop him, but by then it was too late. This is Gosar, step back three, no good. Anson with the rebound with 2 seconds. Jet Dickerson's going to put it up from near mid-court. They're not going to say this is going to count anyway. And after 1 quarter, it is 16-13. The Lyman Eagles hanging in there with one of the better teams that we've seen this weekend at the Flaming Gorge tournament, the Pinedale Wranglers, coached by Eric Orem. We're going to take this time out on MyLocalRadio.com. Please join us when we return.
My name is Dr. Micah Pullins. I'm an orthopedic surgeon at Evanston Regional Hospital. Orthopedic surgery is the practice of medicine centered around bones and joints. It's all about movement and activity and getting that to be less painful. Watching a patient with a specific problem, whether that's pain or decreased range of motion, and being able to treat them, by far the best part of my job.
Serving Wyoming since 1941, Plains Tire is Wyoming's oldest and largest tire dealer with great locations throughout the state. They'll get you the right tires that offer the best results for your vehicle at the lowest prices, guaranteed. Plus, you can go to any Plains Tire Pro dealer with their nationwide warranty service. And check out their Plains Tire phone app.
Come down and see us at Plains Tires on 157 Bear River Drive for all your automotive needs. Hablamos también español.
Back here on MyLocalRadio.com, the Lyman Eagles inbounding in the backcourt. We'll start with possession here. So it's scored at the end of the quarter. And now they get the ball, and Andrew Housekeeper traveled en route to the basket there. And 16-13, Pinedale leading as they rush this thing up into the front court. Blake Illoway with the ball. On the outside, Van Etten gives it back to Illoway at the free throw line. On the outside, that's Colton Hansen with it. Tries to bounce pass along the baseline, and they did say that a Lyman player made contact with it, so it's going to be still Pinedale ball here underneath the Eagle basket. Good inbound play, the ball at his feet, and because of that, that's a turnover. Goes to Lucas Anson, he gives it up. Kunzler will drive towards the basket. Kunzler puts it up, no good. Anson with the rebound. 7 offensive rebounds in a quarter plus of play for the Lyman Eagles. And they put that one up and in, and it's a 1-point game, 16-15. The Wranglers still lead, and a foul is called. Another 20-25 feet from the basket there. Kevin Lueck steps up off the bench to maybe get some explanation on why that was called. And the foul goes against Colin Rogers, his first, team 6. So for the remainder of this half, Pinedale will be shooting on every foul that Lyman commits. Illaway inbounding over to Colton Hansen. Hansen peeking back at Illaway, calling out the play. And Illaway takes it on the left wing, gives it to the free throw line. That is Tegan Pennock. Tegan Pennock trying to post up Kunzler on the back. He sets a screen, lets his teammate open, steps inside the three-point line for the jump shot. No good from Cole Redmond. And the rebound, Pinedale coming the opposite way. And in the corner, that's Blake Illaway again for 3. No good. Lucas Hansen in fighting for the rebound. Can't get it. Illaway gets the rebound after his teammate pushes it out to him. And here comes Hansen underneath the basket. He grabs it, throws it off of Redmond, but right to Redmond as he grabs it and continues the action. Hansen was falling out of bounds there. No other option but to just fall out of bounds there. And the bucket is good. 18-15, the Pinedale Wranglers and the Lyman Eagles keeping up a fast pace here as Housekeeper accepts the screen from Hansen. Nice pick and roll, and one for Lucas Hansen as he jumps up and down. He is pumped up about that, and he will get an opportunity to tie up this game with 6:13 to play in the first half. The foul was called on Colton Hansen, his first, 5th against the Wranglers here in this half, so they're in danger of getting the Lyman Eagles into the bonus. Free throw missed by Lucas Hansen. He goes chasing after the rebound, and they're going to call a foul. And was it on Pinedale is the question. And no, it is on Lyman. He pointed towards the sideline. That's why I was curious on who the call was going to be on, because it is a 1-and-1 foul now. And a timeout for Kevin Lueck. The foul, by the way, was called on Michael Kunzler. His second timeout, Kevin Lueck. We're going to take this timeout as well on MyLocalRadio.com.
Hello, this is Dr. McKay Franklin. Something I've really enjoyed as a dentist over the past 20 years are the lasting friendships I've formed with many of my patients. My staff is really great, and we try hard to make sure that every patient feels a warm welcome. It doesn't matter if it's your first visit or if you've been with us for years. Every patient is welcome and always appreciated. Our goal is to provide the best dental care possible at reasonable rates. Please call us today to schedule your appointment at 307-789-8910.
Go Red Devils!
Back here on MyLocalRadio.com, I actually did not see who was on the floor for Pinedale. That is, who is going to the free throw line here for a 1-and-1 opportunity, so I'll just wait until someone steps up to take those free throws. It was on the missed free throw from Lucas Hansen when he went after the ball, and Kunzler knocked over a Wrangler player, and it is Colton Hansen to attempt the free throw here. It's a 1-and-1 opportunity with his team up by 1 point. First free throw is no good. Chased down by Lucas Hansen. So an empty trip there for the Wranglers. And here comes Housekeeper on the right side. Clears out everybody. He's got a one-on-one. He spins around his defender. Driving down the lane, trying to get it back to Hansen. And Housekeeper touches that one when he's standing on the baseline there. Had he let it go, it would have been Lyman ball, but I think just instinct, he reached out, grabbed the ball, and he was out of bounds when he did so. Tried to get it inside to Lucas Hansen, could not, and that's why it was knocked away. Ball now coming up here in the front court. 5:45 to go. And the Wranglers holding on to a narrow lead, a 1-point lead, and Jacob Woodland, gets a foul. They're about another 20 feet from the basket. That's about the fourth or fifth time we've seen that today where the Eagles have fouled outside of the three-point line. And Jacob Woodland picks up his second foul. So to the free throw line for 2 shots, or for a 1-and-1 is Daniel Gosar, and he misses the first. Rebound underneath off the hand of Lucas Hansen and out of bounds. So had an opportunity to get the ball back there, still only down by 1 as Joseph Turner comes in for the Eagles, but could not manage the defensive rebound there was Lucas Hansen. He'll check out in favor of Turner. Turner, a sophomore, going to need to play big here inside to prevent Pinedale from getting some more rebounds. Maybe grab a few offensive boards of his own after Hansen has racked up 5 early in this contest. Housekeeper with the ball now gives it up and right down the lane, uncontested, no good there. Alex Bradshaw tried to get the bucket to go, could not. And here comes Pinedale on the other side, driving the baseline, and is it a charge? It is. Taken by Andrew Housekeeper as the Lyman bench hops up on their feet to cheer their teammate on. A great charge taken by Housekeeper. And the foul was called on Blake Illaway, who was the man driving with the ball. That's his second, so that's of note here for the Wranglers. Underneath the basket, Dickerson gives it up, and a foul is called, meaning Dickerson will shoot a 1-and-1 at the free throw line. And was it called on Illaway? If it was, that's his third. It was, so he picks up 2 fouls on back-to-back possessions on defense, then on offense. And now he has to sit with 3 fouls with 5:05 on the clock before halftime. Dickerson, 1-and-1 attempt here. Player from Pinedale steps over the line before he even shoots the ball, so he would have got the opportunity back once again. Tyler Van Etten turning behind to talk to the official. I think he was upset with Joseph Turner maybe drawing him offsides. This was football. Second free throw from Dickerson. Nobody crosses the line this time. And Dickerson nails them both, and the Lyman Eagles have the lead. 19-18, their first lead here of the first half against the Pinedale Wranglers. This can be a drive down the lane. Van Etten gets it off the glass to go. Bounces on the rim once and drops there. So 20-19, that lead was very short-lived for the Lyman. And Housekeeper, after getting the inbound, travels with it. And Pinedale will have a chance to grow that lead that they've had for the majority of the half. I was going to say the whole half, but obviously not quite the case because Lyman just took the lead. 20-19, Lyman trailing, 4:40 on the clock before halftime. Spinning baseline jumper off the rim a couple times, no good. Daniel Gosar was fouled when he was attempting to land there. Defender came underneath him. Andrew Housekeeper picks up his second foul, so we'll have to see what Kevin Lueck, head coach of the Lyman Eagles, elects to do here. It will be 2 shots, as Gosar was shooting the ball. 9 team fouls, meaning for the remainder of the game, remainder of this half, rather, the Pinedale Wranglers will be shooting 2 free throws every time. And that's big because they missed their front end of their 1-and-1 on their last 2 opportunities. And the free throw on the front end of this 2-shot is missed by Gosar, and Gosar actually misses them both. So free throw shooting has not been good here for the Pinedale Wranglers, and Jet Dickerson says, thank you for leaving me wide open. I'll just take this 3 really quick, and he makes it 22-20. Lyman with a 2-point lead with 4:20 to play in half number 1. That is Van Etten at the free throw line. That's a little hop, not called there. Gives it off to his teammate, driving down the baseline and right into the hands of Joseph Turner for an interception and a turnover. Here comes Woodland. Housekeeper. No one's going to stop him. Joseph Turner with the offensive rebound. He throws it off the glass, off the window, and good. And the Lyman Eagles lead by 4. Up top, Van Etten. Pump fake in the free throw line. No good there. And 3 Pinedale Wranglers all run into each other trying to get the rebound. And in the backcourt, Jacob Woodland with the ball, and he'll slow it down as he gives it to Housekeeper with a 4-point advantage. 3:35 on the clock. Dickerson gives it up in the corner, knocked away, and it was off of Housekeeper right in front of that Pinedale bench, so Pinedale will take the ball back. Jacob Woodland out of the game. Colin Rogers entering the game once again. 24-20. Lyman Eagles leading. I'd be lying if I said I was not a little bit surprised about this scoreline coming in. And a foul is called there as Housekeeper got hit right in the face, rolling on the floor here. I think he either took an elbow or a forearm to the face, and because of that, he is on the court. So hopefully he is okay. It's the big player for the Lyman Eagles here. He brings the ball up about 90-95% of the time. Usually has the ball in his hands. And because of that, extra cautious on. He just got hit right above the nose, right on the temple there. Kevin Lueck asking the official. That was my guy getting a bloody nose, and nothing is called on Pinedale, and he will check out. So rubbing the top of his nose, the bridge of his nose / his eye socket. Hopefully Andrew Housekeeper will be okay. He checks out with 3:26 to go. Tries to re-enter himself in the game. Kevin Lueck says, "Just take a break for a second. You've worked really hard and you've helped us get this lead. We don't want to lose you for a longer period of time." Foul, by the way, was called on Joseph Turner, his first. Free throw is up and good, so 1 of 2 at the line for Pinedale. Really struggling from the free throw line today are the Wranglers, as that one is knocked out of play right in front of us. 24-21, 3:21 on the clock, and here comes Andrew Housekeeper again, so seems to be okay after getting knocked in the face and the nose. Colin Rogers inbounding to Housekeeper. That is in middle. Jet Dickerson dribbles through traffic with the ball. Gets it back out to Bradshaw. Bradshaw slid his pivot foot and traveled with it. Alex Bradshaw, one of the more inexperienced players on the court for the Lyman Eagles. He probably was surprised to see himself with the ball in the front court, so far away from the basket. And that long three-point attempt is no good. Long rebound comes to Lyman. They're going to try to press this thing up the court. That is Dickerson with the ball. Housekeeper going to drive down the lane. Bunch of hands in his way, and because of that, he misses the shot. Pinedale with the rebound, and they throw it away in the backcourt. Little dysfunction amongst the ranks here in Pinedale on the Pinedale team as Cole Redmond throws it behind his teammate. I believe Van Etten, he was trying to get the ball to, and he threw about 3 feet behind him, and then he got upset that Van Etten wasn't where he threw the ball. A couple substitutes come in for Lyman, as it is Preston Brewer and Lucas Anson. They started moving before somebody was lined up to take the inbound, did Lyman, so kind of blew their play before it started. Colin Rogers with the ball at the three-point line, looking to go somewhere with it, and he goes right to a Pinedale player who then will go to the free throw line after a foul was called. Might have saved a layup, I'm not exactly sure there. Looked like it could have been a run out, but Colin Rogers picks up his second foul. And to the free throw line is Pinedale once again. Maybe not the worst case scenario for Lyman, as Pinedale has found it hard to hit a free throw, and they have once again missed the first free throw. As immediately Daniel Gosar takes some tape off of what looked like his hand, gives it to his teammate Van Etten. So he'll try the second free throw with a untaped hand. Had it taped up prior to this, and the second free throw is good, so blame it on the tape, and it works. Andrew Housekeeper with the ball in the backcourt. Colin Rogers sharing that backcourt with him, trying to get the ball up across midcourt, and is nearly thrown away. Housekeeper was still with it, and once again, active hands from Pinedale as they knock it into the bench. Jet Dickerson coming back in for Joseph Turner. A good run there for Joseph Turner. Coming in big for his team. Brewer inbounding to Dickerson in the backcourt. Dickerson walks it back up across the center line. Nice backdoor cut there. Colin Rogers finds it right in his lap. Great pass from Preston Brewer. Give him an assist and give a bucket to Colin Rogers. Good finish after a good pass. And Lucas Anson with the rebound after a free throw line jumper was missed. 2 minutes to go, 26-23. Eagles still leading here after they took the lead a couple minutes ago in the second quarter. Their first of the game. Driving right down the lane, that is Housekeeper, gets it up on the rim, rolls around, unlucky, could not get the roll to go, and Pinedale's going to try to push this thing back up, and did he step out? He stepped out right in front of the Lyman bench, and it will be a turnover. Lots of turnovers here in the first half. 1:40 to play in quarter number 2. Colin Rogers going to inbound the ball here in the backcourt. Housekeeper will walk it across the line. Housekeeper, double screen here from Rogers and Anson. Anson rolls to the basket. Housekeeper shoots a three. No good. Jet Dickerson in for the rebound, and did it go off of a Pinedale Wrangler? It did. So Anson saves it, throws it off the knee/thigh of Cole Redmond, and maintains the possession. Anson in the middle, trying to call for the ball. Back up top, and a bad throw there leads Colin Rogers right into Blake Illaway. Kevin Lueck with his hands on his head. I don't know what Preston Brewer saw on that pass, but it wasn't the outcome that resulted from it, because a foul was called on Colin Rogers. And because of that, he has picked up his third foul here in the first half with 1:27 to play. Jacob Woodland sitting at the table, so you'd assume he's going to enter for Rogers. And he will. Rogers checks out with 3 fouls. I think 13 or 14 fouls have totaled up here in the first half against the Lyman Eagles. Hasn't been pretty, but the Pinedale Wranglers have given them more than ample opportunity to maintain this lead, as again it's a 1 for 2 from the free throw line. Intercepted off the inbound pass, however, and a 3-point attempt from Tyler Van Etten. He is fouled on the 3, so again another foul against Lyman. Again another foul outside of the 3-point line. This one will be 3 free throws for Van Etten. His team trails 26-24. And the foul on Preston Brewer. Immediately Joseph Turner to the table, so let's see if that substitute is for the man who committed the foul. 2 shots incoming here for Van Etten after missing 1. Van Etten makes the second, so he can tie it up here if he makes this free throw. Pinedale still trails at the moment 26-25. It is Jacob Woodland to check out of the game. Preston Brewer changes spots with Woodland. Woodland on the low block. Anson on the right block, trying to box out the Wranglers here. Free throw is up and good, so tied at 26, 2 of 3 from the line. And again, Pinedale leaving a ton of points on the free throw line early. Preston Brewer has the ball. And was it an inadvertent whistle here? I'm not sure exactly why the whistle blown. I'm wondering if this was an inadvertent whistle. And that might have been the case. Preston Brewer had the ball across midcourt, and a whistle blew. No one was near him, so a foul wasn't committed on the ball. And that's what it looks like it was, as Housekeeper gets it right across the line. 1:10 on the clock, 26-26. Anson down low, goes through some contact, banks it in, and it's 28-26. Preston Brewer in the backcourt trying to initiate some one-man pressure. Pinedale beats it. 3-pointer attempt from Van Etten. This one airballed, and a rebound for Housekeeper. He pushes it down the court. Lucas Anson a little bit off kilter, but he still scores. Lucas Anson having himself a day after a day to forget yesterday. A big afternoon for Lucas Anson. All the credit to this young man for working hard every single day. And that one is knocked out of play, and Anson jumping up and down, high-fiving his teammates. He's in every passing lane. He's in every offensive rebound here for the Eagles when he's on the court. 32.2 on the clock. Wranglers trail by 4. This one gets over to Redmond. Redmond back to Illaway. Illaway trying to drive inside the free throw line, gives it back to Redmond. Redmond for 3, long rebound, no good. Van Etten in the paint, grabs it, and a travel is called as he tried to step through 2 defenders of the Lyman Eagles. And with 16.5 to go, the Lyman Eagles have played the best half they have played all year, all season today, and they have a 4-point lead because of it. At midcourt, Brewer gives it over to Dickerson on the right wing. Dickerson pulls up, shoots the jumper. No good. Joseph Turner with the rebound. He can't get it to go. And with 5 seconds to go, let's see if Pinedale gets a shot off. 3 on the clock. Intercepted near midcourt. It's going to be a long 3-point opportunity. Almost banked in there for Housekeeper. Gets a hug from Lucas Anson going towards the locker room. The Lyman Eagles girls waiting to play next give a hopeful cheer to their team, appreciative of what they've seen, as are we here on MyLocalRadio.com, where the Pinedale Wranglers are trailing 30-26 after one half to the Lyman Eagles. Lyman Eagles looking good today. Kevin Lueck takes his team into the locker room. We're going to take our own locker room break here on MyLocalRadio.com. Please join us after this commercial break for the halftime show and second half action from Lincoln Middle School here in Green River.
Sometimes when you're shopping for a vehicle, you're not sure what you want, so you drop by and look at all the options. Other times you know exactly what you want. At Auto Farm Castle Rock Chevrolet, you can call us or schedule a test drive online. We'll have it ready when you get here. We're here to help you get exactly what you want on your schedule. So whether you want to browse or pre-schedule a test drive, Auto Farm Castle Rock Chevrolet is here for you. 624 Front Street, Evanston. We're a different kind of dealer.
Business cards are a powerful and inexpensive way to promote the goods and services you offer. You can design your own cards or have the professionals at Westar Printing design your business cards. Now with same-day and next-day turnaround on all business card printing, you don't have to wait. Get your business cards today. Professional quality, inexpensive prices, and quick turnaround. Visit Westar Printing, 243 7th Street in Evanston, across from the library. Westar Printing, 307-789-5202.
My name is Dr. Micah Pullins. I'm an orthopedic surgeon at Evanston Regional Hospital. Orthopedic surgery is the practice of medicine centered around bones and joints. It's all about movement and activity and getting that to be less painful. Watching a patient with a specific problem, whether that's pain or decreased range of motion, and being able to treat them, by far the best part of my job.
You're in good hands when you choose Dr. Stosage and Dr. Buick at Wyoming Dental Specialties for dental implants and wisdom tooth extractions. They work with passion and focus. They use techniques and technologies that are modern and precise. With 2 decades of experience, their skills are highly specialized. If you need teeth extractions or dental implants placed, come see Dr. Stosage or Dr. Buick at Wyoming Dental Specialties, 50 Park Road, or call us at 307-789-9034.
Your mobility affects every aspect of your life. When you suffer from an injury that decreases your mobility, or maybe you're just noticing that you're having a harder time balancing and your flexibility isn't what it used to be, call Randy Christofferson at Achieve Sports Medicine. Randy will work with you to improve your overall health by reducing pain and improving mobility. Schedule your appointment today by calling 307-747-4627. Achieve Sports Medicine in Lyman. No excuses, just results.
As one of the region's most visited websites, MyLocalRadio.com is here to serve you. Catch up on local and regional news and information. Buy, sell, or trade your good used items on the radio classifieds. Stream your favorite music all day, every day, or catch our live coverage of your high school teams in action, all on MyLocalRadio.com. Like us on Facebook so you never miss a giveaway, and visit MyLocalRadio.com today to stream it all live.
Back here in Green River, at Lincoln Middle School, where the Lyman Eagle boys basketball team urging the fans not to forget about them, beating a good Pinedale Wrangler boys basketball team here at halftime, 30-26. The Eagles concluding their Flaming Gorge tournament, a great first half. They have an opportunity to get a win, finish the tournament weekend on a good note. If they can grab this win today, they'll finish the weekend at a 1-2 record. Obviously not what Kevin Lueck wanted going into the weekend, but I'm sure if you asked him going into today, he would take it, knowing that his team has some improvement, has shown some improvement, and still has some improvement that they can do. So 30-26 the score, 5 minutes on the clock before we start our third quarter the Pinedale Wranglers, I don't know exactly how many free throws they shot and missed, but it had to be upwards of 15 free throws attempted in that first half. And I would offer a guess that the Wranglers probably missed about 8 or 9 of those free throws, it seemed like. And it's not only when they were missing free throws as well, or it's not exactly how many free throws they missed, it is kind of when they missed those free throws, as the Wranglers missed 2 front ends of the 1-and-1 when they came out. And then a couple trips where they went 0 for 2, or pretty much every trip was 1 for 2, 2 of 3 from the free throw line. And maybe if Lyman did not foul as much as they did, or as many times as they did in that first half, it could be even a bigger lead for the Lyman Eagles. They had about 15, 16 fouls at least here through that first half. And we'll have to watch out in the second half to see if the Lyman Eagles can keep their starters on the court, can keep their key players on the court, because they did get a lot of fouls. They were able to use their bench to their advantage and kind of relieve some of that weight being carried by Andrew Housekeeper and Lucas Anson. But we'll have to see as the third quarter and second half gets underway if the Lyman Eagles can stay out of foul trouble. The only player in foul trouble for Pinedale was Blake Illaway, who picked up 2 fouls in the span of about 5-10 seconds. And because of that, he had 3 fouls in that first half. Lyman Eagles girls headed towards the locker room to get ready for the game that will follow this one. The Lyman Eagle boys still not out of the locker room yet. Kevin Lueck just take his time in the locker room, as is his right, obviously. Pinedale Wranglers have come out of the locker room. They're shooting around. So we'll have to see with the Pinedale Wranglers. I'll point the camera that way. We'll have to see with Pinedale Wranglers what their plan is. And their plan of attack here in the second half is, as Van Etten had a pretty decent first half. He did miss quite a few free throws. Colton Hansen had an opportunity for some points. And Blake Illaway hit some threes as well. But we'll have to see with the Lyman and Pinedale what the strategies are and if they'll conflict each other coming into this half. Several open threes have been missed from Pinedale. And then Pinedale just took some absolutely absurd shots. They took 2 or 3 shots that were about 25 feet, 30 feet from the basket. Almost near mid-court was one of them. I believe that was attempted by Blake Illaway. But so we'll have to see if Pinedale, maybe they talked about that. I'm not sure if Coach Eric Orem talked to his team about that and said, hey, listen, I understand us shooting some threes, but when they're near mid-court, there's probably a reason they're not going to go in. And as it stands, the Pinedale Wranglers will have some work to do to get back on top here. They're down by 4 at halftime. The Lyman Eagles enjoying a 4-point advantage, something that they're not necessarily accustomed to this season, is leading at halftime. Remember, on this same exact court, they did lead by, I believe it was 5 against Rich County, the Rich Rebels, on Thursday evening, Thursday night. And we all know what happened after that. The Rich Rebels scored 22 in the quarter, in the third quarter coming out of the break. And Lyman Eagles scored 4, and it became a different game after that. So the Lyman Eagles will have some work to do, knowing that they can not rest on their laurels and have some work ahead of them here in the second half to maintain this lead. We're going to take a commercial break and then join us for the second half action on MyLocalRadio.com.
Bring your vehicle for service at Rocky Mountain Yeti and feel the difference. It's easy. Visit with one of the friendly service riders and then relax and enjoy hot waffles and ice cream. While you relax Yeti style, your vehicle will be worked on by our experienced mechanics. From regular maintenance to major repairs, we do it all. Have your service work done at Rocky Mountain Yeti in Evanston and feel the difference. Get Yeti'd today.
Ooh, yeah.
100 Wasatch Road in Evanston.
Back to action here at Lincoln Middle School in Green River, where it looks like Lyman will go on defense here first to start the third quarter. The Wranglers still in their huddle, getting some last-minute instruction from head coach Eric Oram. He'll send his team out here. Starters for the second half for the Lyman Eagles include Lucas Hansen, Jed Dickerson, Michael Kunzler, Housekeeper, and Colin Rogers. Starters for the Pinedale Wranglers: Tyler Van Etten, Hansen, Illaway, Redmond, and Daniel Gosar. Same starting five as the beginning of the game, and that one is up, and a foul 7 seconds into the quarter. So maybe Lyman on the same pace that they were in the first half when they committed 2 fouls in 10 seconds. 7 seconds in, the first foul has been committed. This one's against Jet Dickerson, his second of the game, first from the team in the second half. And the free throw attempt from Van Etten is good. Second shot on its way. Van Etten misses, and that is Rogers with the rebound. Rogers brings it down to his team, and the Lyman Eagles going right to left, wearing the white and blue today. That is a shot from Jet Dickerson, missed from outside. Dickerson pushes it over to Lucas Hansen. Another offensive rebound. Hansen might get a double-double today just on offensive rebounds, not even counting his defensive rebounds. That is 7 offensive rebounds for Hansen in basically 2.5 quarters. Not even 2.5 quarters yet, 2+ quarters. That is straight down the lane. Housekeeper drives. He gets fouled on his way to the basket. I believe they're going to give him the shot opportunity there. And the foul will go against Van Etten, number 4. Actually, number 2, Colton Hansen called with the foul. And Van Etten is down. I believe he got hit in the groin area, so he is slow to get up. Hopefully he is okay. Probably just got the wind knocked out of him. Hopefully Tyler Van Etten is okay to resume playing. He is on the bench after being substituted now. And to the line is Andrew Housekeeper for 2 shots. Housekeeper's first attempt is up and good. The Lyman Eagles certainly have not struggled from the free throw line today. 33-27. Chance to make it 34 in a 7-point lead if he is able to make this free throw. Free throw is up and good, so the largest lead of this game sits at 7 here for the Lyman Eagles. Down low, turning towards the basket, trying to use the underside of the rim to protect him. No good there. And here come the Eagles going the opposite direction. Tegan Peanock with the miss for the Wranglers on the other side of the basket. Housekeeper loses it on the sideline, and he lost it out of bounds. That is off of Lyman. Jet Dickerson picking Housekeeper up off the floor. 7-point game, 6:54 on the clock here in the third quarter. The Eagles have to be happy with the score right now, but they cannot rest on their laurels, thinking that Pinedale won't try to make a run here in the second half. Peanock gives it outside. Left side. Up top for 3, and that is good. Colton Hansen, the 6-foot junior, trims that deficit to 4. At midcourt, Dickerson gives it over to Kunzler. Kunzler has the pass intercepted before he gets it. And a free throw line jumper the other way. 5 quick points there. Not what you want to see for Kevin Lueck. His team now only leads 34-32. A kick ball violation there on Daniel Gosar. Will give Lyman an inbound underneath their own basket. Housekeeper comes to meet the pass, being doubled in that corner in the backcourt. Gets it up. Kunzler throws it underneath the basket. Anson misses a bunny. Tapped out to Dickerson. Dickerson throws it up at the rim and scores. So Anson missed a bunny, but Dickerson right there for an offensive rebound and score for himself. Fadeaway jumper from the baseline. Pretty move there, but a missed shot, albeit. Shot from just inside the 3-point line right there, and that was Blake Illaway scoring once again. Colin Rogers chases it down in the corner, and he runs into the bleachers. And out of play, so a turnover there. I think Colin Rogers was running up the court, and the pass went to him without him realizing. 36-34, Pinedale chance to tie or take the lead on this possession. Pinnock will say, let's go for the lead, and a foul has been called. After he missed the shot, he chased down his rebound in the corner and fouled Lucas Anson, who got the rebound. Pinnock, his first foul of the second half. Kunzler with the ball just inside of midcourt there. Gets it out to the corner for three, and that is no good. Kunzler with the rebound. And a push there. We'll put the ball on the sideline. Non-shooting foul here, as the foul was committed on the sideline. Foul is committed by Daniel Gosar, his third, and Gosar will check out. Van Etten back into the contest. Gets a round of applause from Eric Orm and the Pinedale bench. Thrown inside, nice entry pass to Lucas Anson, who bounced it off the backboard, and it rolled around the rim, no good. Anson has missed some opportunities from close range today. Back up top. That is Illaway. Over to Hanson. Redmond turning around at the free throw line. Pinnock in the corner. Gives it back to Illaway. Illaway drives down the center of the lane. Gives it off. He will attempt the three this time, and he nails it, and the lead is back in favor of Pinedale. Just moments ago, Lyman had a 7-point lead, an 8-0 run for Pinedale, and they have the lead now. And that is knocked away. Housekeeper with the ball. He's going to go straight down the lane, and it's a blocking foul, and one. A blocking foul underneath the basket there. And I don't know exactly who got the foul. Oh, it is no basket. That is a hard call right there. As Housekeeper threw it up on the backboard and he banked it in, but they're going to say that it happened before the shot. Foul was on Pinnock, his second, fourth against Pinedale in the half. So Pinedale starting the second half as Lyman did the first, fouling often. Anson trying to work down low. Inbound goes to Housekeeper, back to the corner where Dickerson hoists up a three. No good. Kunzler is being fouled by Pinnock. Pinnock has picked up 3 fouls on 3 possessions here. And he might be checking out as Garrett Chamber will check in. Chamber will take Pinnock out. So Chamber in for the first time. Pinnock, after committing 3 fouls here in the opening 4 minutes, will check out. 5th on the team with 4:30 to go in the third quarter. Straight down the lane, Colin Rogers blocked by Redmond. Out of play. 37-36, Pinedale leads, 4:28 on the clock in quarter number 3. Ball reversed to Housekeeper on the left side. Kunzler on the right side, falling down. He was fouled. I think he was tripped or somebody hit his leg on the way up. It is going to go on Cole Redmond, his first, but more concerning for Pinedale is they have already put the Lyman Eagles in the bonus here. We're not even midway through the third quarter. First free throw is up and no good. Rolls off the left side of the rim from Kunzler. So this one might be an extended broadcast, as for the final 12 minutes and 19 seconds, the Lyman Eagles will be shooting free throws on every Pinedale foul. Anson dispatches a Pinedale Wrangler, no foul called, as he threw Van Etten to the ground. Free throw was good, by the way, 37 all. That is Hanson cutting towards the basket. Hanson misses. Anson with the rebound, gives it over to Housekeeper. Housekeeper tries to push the pace. Housekeeper on the top of the key. Sees that he's open, will take the shot, chases after his own shot, and he's on the ground. Redmond on his knees, almost looked like he had one knee on his chest, and they're going to give a timeout to the Lyman Eagles. So a good effort play right there. We'll give the timeout to the Lyman Eagles. We're going to take this timeout too on MyLocalRadio.com.
No matter what you need to have printed, Weststar Printing is the place you want to have it done. Calendars, letterhead, envelopes, brochures, books, posters, vinyl banners, business forms, announcements, invitations, and business cards are just a few examples. You can also have your favorite family photos printed on canvas or placed into a personalized family photo calendar. You will want to do business with Westar Printing. Stop in today. Westar Printing, 243 7th Street in Evanston.
Back here on MyLocalRadio.com, thank you for tuning in. 3:55 to go in quarter number 3. The score is 37-37. Eagles with a chance to take the lead on this possession. Dickerson inbounding underneath the Pinedale basket. Dickerson with the ball in the left corner. Looks to give it up. Gets it to Housekeeper inside. Colin Rogers turns, spins, spinning, and winning is Colin Rogers. 39-37. The Eagles lead. Ball quickly advanced into the front court there. Van Etten with the ball. Bright green highlighter shoes. Dancing around. Van Etten with the ball in the left wing. Pump fake, drive to lane. Took him 3 dribbles to get there. Powerful effort, and ooh, geez. Redmond throws Jet Dickerson to the ground. Dickerson a little bit upset about that. But the jump ball does give Lyman the ball. Back into the contest is Daniel Gosar. He will check in for Redmond. Gosar with 3 fouls. Lyman shooting for the rest of the game on every foul. And that one is knocked away into the backcourt. It goes. It was tipped, so Lyman's able to recover it in the backcourt. Kunzler with the ball near midcourt. Gets it over to Housekeeper, and the offense has been set up. Rogers going to drive right through the paint and dish to Dickerson. Back to Housekeeper up top. Kunzler wide open at the three-point line, calling for it. Misses the shot, and I believe they're going to call a foul against Jet Dickerson possibly. It is Jet Dickerson picking up the foul. His 3rd of the game. Only Lyman's 2nd foul here in the second half, so after picking up a foul 7 seconds in, they go almost 5 minutes before picking up their next one. Hansen gives it back to Van Etten. In the middle, that's Chamber throwing it back inside. Nice inside-outside game there. Rolls off the rim, the 3-point attempt, and Housekeeper taps it to himself, keeps it alive, and he's going to race up the court. Looking to score, he drops it off to Kunzler. Kunzler rolls it over the rim. Wasn't sure if that one was going to get in, but it did. And it's a 4-point lead for the Eagles. Free throw line jumper there, no good, in and out. And here come the Eagles as that one is just in front, and Kunzler lays it in. Got knocked down, no foul called, and the Eagles have extended the lead to 6 now. Fast pace from Pinedale. They're just trying to score as quick as possible. That ball is advanced all the way underneath the basket in about 2 seconds on the offensive possession. And because of that, Van Etten will go to the free throw line. He'll get 2 opportunities to score. But if you do remember the first half, Pinedale missed at least 8 free throws in that first half. They had a ton of opportunities and they were not successful. But in the second half, a little bit different story. They haven't been to the free throw line as often. Van Etten, first free throw is up and good. Second free throw here from Van Etten, trying to cut the lead down to 4 for Lyman. And that free throw is good. So 2 for 2 from the free throw line. Inbound to Housekeeper in the backcourt. Throws it up to midcourt. Dickerson run into, no foul called. And Pinedale takes the ball. Dickerson tried to steal it, and I think he knocked that out of bounds. He did. I think he went off of Dickerson's foot. So Jet and the defense will set up here with 1:52 on the clock. On the right side. Over to the left now. Illaway trying to get down the lane. He does. He scoops it up, tries to roll it in. No good. He gets his own rebound, however, and Colin Rogers and a Pinedale Wrangler player go face-to-face there. Nearly an altercation between Daniel Gosar and Colin Rogers. He was not happy. Rogers hit the deck, and he came up right in the face of Redmond. Redmond started talking to him, and Lyman teammate jumped in to make sure nothing happened there. Foul was called on Jet Dickerson. That's his fourth. He turns around immediately and checks out. Chase Richards back into the game. Feisty young guard for this team. 43-40. One more free throw attempt here for Blake Illaway, and that is good. So it's back to a 2-point lead for Lyman. Lyman in the white, Pinedale in the green if you're just joining us. That is a bad pass thrown and stolen by Pinedale. And they're coming the other way with a chance to tie or take the lead. 1:25 on the clock in the third quarter. Van Etten rolls it up on the rim, no good. And that one is saved off of Anson underneath. Garrett Chamber throws it off the knee of Anson. Gets a high five from Anson. Says, good job. I see you. 1:20 to play. Free throw line jumper, no good. Anson comes down with the rebound, and he rips it away. So Lyman, chance to extend that lead to 2 possessions once again here as we approach the final minute of the third quarter. Housekeeper is going to go up here, and a charge is called. Official came in from midcourt to make the call. Wasn't sure exactly what the call was going to be since he ran in so quickly. Andrew Housekeeper picks up his third foul, and just like that, Lyman has 5 fouls. So after a 5-minute stretch where they didn't foul, back to normal ways, I guess we could say. 54.3 to go as that ball is knocked out of bounds by Kunzler. Pinedale inbounding from the corner here. Chamber setting a screen in the paint. Turns and throws it back outside to Blake Illaway at the 3-point line. Illaway driving down lane, gets by Anson, and he will get an and one opportunity. As I believe they're going to get Anson for a foul here. Looked like Anson was straight up, but a foul was called. Unlucky there. Anson turns back, incredulous that he was called for the foul. It looked like he was straight up, so unfortunate play there. But both teams now at 6 fouls, so just like that, Lyman has a stretch where they fouled in short succession. So for the rest of the game, both teams will be shooting free throws on every foul. And because of that, it's a 3-point play and a lead for the Pinedale Wranglers once again. And that is stolen away. Blake Illaway going to lob this at one up and knocked away there by Lyman. Housekeeper throws it up to Kunzler. Kunzler a little off balance, is able to maintain the possession. He throws it off the hands of Chase Richards, who chases it down in the corner. Frantic action, and Jacob Woodland winds up with it up top, and he's going to be fouled. And I thought the ref was going to call him for a technical right there. Daniel Gosar, lucky to not be fouled out. He has 4 fouls, so if he had picked up a technical there, he would have been done for the day. And I saw the official begin to make the motion for a technical foul. No technical was called, and Gosar goes to the bench but has a chance to play once again today because of that. So a 1-and-1 opportunity here for Jacob Woodland, and he misses short. Rebound goes to Chamber, and Pinedale will have the possession with 25 on the clock. Housekeeper defending. Van Etten for 3 at the top of the key, no good. Kunzler rips down the rebound with 20 seconds to go. Lyman pushes the pace, and Kevin Lueck with his hands up says, let's take this the last possession here, down by 1 with 10 seconds to go. Jacob Woodland gives it over to Housekeeper. 5 on the clock. Housekeeper peeks at the clock. Gives it over to Woodland for 3. Woodland got it as the buzzer goes. A buzzer beater at the end of the third quarter. And because of that, the Lyman Eagles will go into the fourth quarter with the lead for the first time here in the Bridger Valley Invitational. Since the Bridger Valley Invitational, the first time here at the Flaming Gorge Invitational that they have gone into the fourth quarter with the lead. Let's see if they can hold it here on MyLocalRadio.com. Once again, I'm Sean Bennett. Thank you for tuning in.
Dr. Dog, the other day I was at the dog park and ran into Keegan, the Irish setter from up the road. When we smelled hello, I was surprised because he smelled like delicious roasted duck. When I asked if he'd been hunting, he had been to see you.
Yes, Mr. Hans German Shepherd. I'm recommending Canine Superfood Advanced from PetMinerals.com for all my canine patients. The powder mixes with your dog food to create a delicious duck-flavored gravy. Order your Superfood Advanced from PetMinerals.com today.
If you want your truck to really catch the eye, have the professionals at Plains Tire in Evanston install a custom lift kit with new tires and wheels. We've got a huge selection to choose from, so no matter what your style is, we've got the tires and wheels to make you smile. The way your truck looks reflects on you. Get the reflection you want with a lift kit, new tires, and wheels from Plains Tire in Evanston, the tire professionals. 157 Bear River Drive. Stop in today.
Well, buckle up, fans, because we've got an interesting fourth quarter on our way here from Lincoln Middle School here in Green River, as the Lyman Eagles enjoying themselves a 2-point lead with 8 minutes to go as we start the quarter. Van Etten looking to go somewhere at the ball, gets it over to Hansen. Back up top, Illaway passes up a three, drives in, that is Hansen. Back over to Illaway on the left wing. This goes inside, triple teamed, gives it back out to Hansen. Hansen pump fakes, throws it to the left side now, and that one dished to the corner. Drive from Blake Illaway, no good. Rebound, Housekeeper, he dribbles around a Pinedale Wrangler, and he will bring this up to the front court. Chase Richards with the ball. Gets it back to, tried to go to Kunzler. The ball actually went to Joseph Turner. Kunzler drives, kicks to Chase Richards. Screen set by Turner in the middle of the paint. And Housekeeper with it. Gives it to Woodland. Woodland looked up at the basket like he was going to shoot. Housekeeper on the right side. Steps back. Dishes it inside to Turner. Looked like he was fouled. No call. And through the contact, Pinedale gets the ball. Pinedale chance to tie or take the lead on this possession with 6:45 to go in the game. That is Blake Illaway. Underneath the basket, Chamber throws it back to the top of the key. Redmond with the ball at the free throw line, gives it back to Illaway. Illaway drives inside, gives it back to Redmond. Nice dish, and Redmond finds himself an easy layup. Thrown in on the inbound to Housekeeper. Housekeeper walking it up the court. One-man pressure from Van Etten. Easily handled. As Housekeeper drops it off to Kunzler, looking to go somewhere with it. Woodland, nice backdoor cut from Chase Richards, missed by Woodland. Turner with the ball, 30 feet from the basket. Lyman trying to get something going here, trying to put up their first points of the quarter, and Jacob Woodland was smacked across the arm on a three-point attempt. No call. I guess they said they got mostly ball there, and a three-pointer on the other end leads to a Pinedale lead by 3. That's unfortunate because Woodland was fouled on that three-point attempt and not called, and Pinedale gets a 3 instead to take the lead. Nice backdoor cut there from Kunzler. Kunzler lays it off the window, and it's 49-48 here as we approach the final 5 minutes of play. Thrown all the way underneath the basket. Van Etten working on Turner. Turner strong defensively, and he forces a miss, and Kunzler able to wrangle that ball. 5:10 to play. At midcourt, Housekeeper with the ball, defending off his defender. Kunzler drives right down the right side of the lane, and he is fouled. They're going to say the Pinedale Wrangler displaced Michael Kunzler on his way to the basket, so a foul is called. Foul was against Blake Illaway. That is his fourth. So Blake Illaway with 4 fouls. And I believe it was Cole Redmond we said had 4 fouls as well. Or Daniel Gosar had 4 fouls. Redmond has 1. So Gosar and Illaway with 4 fouls for the Wranglers. A couple substitutions come in, including Lucas Anson and Jet Dickerson for the Lyman Eagles. Tied at 49, chance to make it 50 in the lead. And that free throw is an air ball, so have to wait on that lead part with 5:02 to go. 49-49. Pinedale on the green, going left to right on your screen. Still struggling to get the ball across midcourt. They do, and straight through the defense goes Hansen, and the ball is wrapped up there, and a timeout is called by Eric Orem. So we're going to stick right here on MyLocalRadio.com. Fast-paced action has been fun to watch so far, certainly. 49-49, 4:49 to go on the clock. So you should look at that. 4:49 to go, fourth quarter, 49-49. The score, the Lyman Eagles trying to impress in their final game of the Flaming Gorge Invitational, the 24th annual version of this tournament. The Wranglers missed a lot of free throws in the first quarter. They've been much better here in this second half. Haven't had as many opportunities as they did in that first half when the Eagles committed, I think it was up to 15 fouls in the half. Inbound underneath the Lyman basket here for Pinedale. Blake Elway looking to take it in. Gets it over to Van Etten. Van Etten long two, I believe. Yes, his foot was on the line, so a two-pointer there, and it is good. 51-49 the score. As Housekeeper will take it up the court. On the right side, Jet Dickerson with the ball. Dickerson shoots it up, no good, and Pinedale with the rebound. On the right side, that is Illaway, drives baseline, pull-up jumper is good, and 4 consecutive points out of the timeout from Eric Orem gives Pinedale that 4-point advantage they hold right now. Housekeeper with the ball here, looking to get it to his teammate. He instead rejects it, and he goes all the way to the lane and misses a wide-open layup. We've heard that one before today for Lyman, and because of that, Illaway an open three missed, and I believe they're going to call a jump ball. Lucas Anson will give the Eagles the possession after he ties up a Wrangler underneath. A timeout is called by the Lyman Eagles. We're going to take this timeout with them on MyLocalRadio.com. 3:54 on the clock. Pinedale by 4.
If you had a toothache, would you see a foot doctor? Or would you go to the dermatologist to have a baby? Of course not. When your vehicle needs service, take it to the best qualified mechanics. At Auto Farm Castle Rock Chevrolet, our technicians are GM certified service experts. They're trained to know every inch of your vehicle. Don't trust your vehicle to just anyone. Have all your service done at Auto Farm Castle Rock Chevrolet, 624 Front Street, Evanston. We're a different kind of dealer.
Back here on MyLocalRadio.com, the Lyman Eagles trying to get their team set, trying to draw up an offensive play to score a basket on the last possession. Andrew Housekeeper had it, what looked like an easy lay-in that was botched at the last minute. Saw himself a little bit too open, if there is such a thing, and because of that, he missed the layup. So still down by 4. Pinedale Wrangler fans cheer for their team as they come out of the huddle. Lyman inbounding in the backcourt here with 3:54 to play. Lucas Anson into the game for Lyman, by the way. Will try to dominate the post as he did in the first half. Housekeeper, Kunzler in the corner. Dickerson pulled up. Looked like he might have wanted to shoot that, did not. Woodland with the ball on the right wing. Picks up his dribble, and because of that, he traveled. He saw that Kunzler was open, but he also saw a Pinedale defender cutting towards the middle of the court as if to jump in front of that pass, and thought about it again, and because of that, he dragged the foot and traveled. 3:25 to go in the fourth quarter. That is up top. Housekeeper on defense. Tipped away there. Illaway able to pick it up, and Illaway scores from inside the free throw line. So 6 points in a row and a 6-point lead here. It was tied at 49, and Pinedale called a timeout. Looks like they've garnered the momentum here late in this one. That one goes off the hands of Anson, and nothing is going right here for the Lyman Eagles in the final 3 minutes. On the outside, Van Etten pulls up, tries to hit the jumper, cannot. Rebound underneath. Shamber chases after in the corner. He was out of bounds, and Lyman will get the ball with 2:39 to play. 2:39 to play. in the fourth quarter, 55-49. Reminder to stick around here on MyLocalRadio.com. I'll have the girls basketball stream. Riverton against Lyman, the Eagles girls basketball team, following this one on MyLocalRadio.com. Kunzler gives it over to Dickerson on the right wing. Dickerson drops it off to Housekeeper. Housekeeper in the middle. Gets it to the corner. Colin Rogers. Long two attempt. No good there. And the run out for Pinedale. Right down the lane. And it's going to be a blocking foul. And in one opportunity. That's unfortunate. I think that was Housekeeper. Yeah, that was Housekeeper trying to draw the charge. And he didn't fall down on the opportunity. I think maybe if he hit the deck, the referee would have called it, but he was straight up and he just kind of got knocked backwards. His fourth foul, by the way, 7th on the Eagles, an 8-point lead, and the missed free throw is rebounded by Redmond. Can't have that happen, but it's thrown into the backcourt. Going to chase after it is Kunzler, and Kunzler will be called for a charge. I don't know if I agree with that one, but the charge was called, and with 2:03 to go, Lyman still down by 8 here. They have not scored since this game was tied up at 49. Kevin Lueck with his hands behind his head, stolen there, and right down the lane goes Kunzler. Almost saw flashbacks of what just happened on the previous possession as it looked like Van Etten was ready to take another charge. Not called this time as Kunzler went around him to avoid that from happening. 1:55 to go, 57-51 on MyLocalRadio.com. I would argue that this is the best that the Lyman Eagles have looked all season long here today at the Flaming Gorge Invitational. And you would hope that that pays off with a win. Obviously, they did beat a Kemmerer team that sometimes struggles to score the ball, so Kemmerer not necessarily a top-tier team. I think I'm allowed to say that, but against a good opponent today, Pinedale Wranglers, one of the more impressive boys teams from this Flaming Gorge Invitational. The boys will attempt to get a win here. Lyman Eagles girls went in the locker room sometime, I think right after halftime. The Riverton girls I did see enter at the beginning of the fourth quarter, enter the gymnasium. So they're here as well, ready and on deck, playing next on MyLocalRadio.com. Pinedale will inbound in the backcourt. Wranglers leading the Eagles by 6 with 1:55 on the clock. In the backcourt, Redmond throws it in to Van Etten. And back to Redmond. Some pressure here from the Eagles. Redmond picks up his dribble, gets it over to Illaway. Illaway picks up his dribble, is trapped, but able to get it back towards midcourt where Van Etten is there. Hansen with the ball. Pinedale's not going to shoot it here, so Lyman's going to need to pressure, knowing that with 1:35 on the clock, they're down by 6. Ball at midcourt, trapped there from the Lyman Eagles, and a timeout for Eric Orem. I don't exactly know why Colton Hansen picked up the ball and did not start dribbling with it near midcourt there. He was kind of blocked off at midcourt, and he had his dribble available to use, but he did not choose to use it, and a timeout called by Eric Orem. 6-point lead here as the Wranglers still holding on to this narrow margin. Just a reminder, this game was tied at 49 before this 8-2 run for the Wranglers. And with 1:29 to go, head coach Kevin Lueck is hoping that his team still has some of that magic that they've been holding on to. They have played a great game today. It would be a shame if the Lyman Eagles just could not finish this one off and get a win. They trail by 6. They'll need some work here in the final 90 seconds to come back. Redmond inbounding, throws it into the backcourt, and that is Illaway taking it back to the front court. Hansen in the corner, trap there from Lyman, and a foul 30 feet away from the basket. Not necessarily a bad foul with 1:21 to go. Blake Illoway to the free throw line. And actually that is probably not the best foul, as that is Andrew Housekeeper's 5th. So guy with 4 fouls, and his final foul of the evening today. 57-51, 1:21 on the clock. A 1-and-1 opportunity here for Blake Illoway. Got to box out if you're Lyman if he misses. And it is no good. 2 Lyman players come together. It is Kunzler grabbing the rebound and pushing it up court. Dickerson handling the ball. Gets it over to Kunzler. Kunzler picks up his dribble, throws it inside to Anson. Anson back to Dickerson for 3. Off the front rim, no good. Rebound from Redmond. And Anson tries to tie it up / steal the ball away, but he is called for a foul in the backcourt. That is Anson's 3rd foul, and unfortunately for the Lyman Eagles, that is the 10th foul, so no more 1-and-1s. This will be 2 shots here from Blake Redmond with a 6-point advantage and 1:02 on the clock. First shot is up and good from Cole Redmond, the junior, 6'3". 62 seconds remain. And that free throw is good. So an 8-point advantage once again. Lyman's going to need to score and score in a hurry here. Kunzler trying to use a screen to his advantage. Gets it over to Rogers. Inside, Collin gives it to Anson. Anson off the backboard and in. So that's just what the Lyman Eagles needed. Down by 8 with 49.3 on the clock now. The Lyman Eagles will get an opportunity for one more point at the free throw line. Cut this lead to 5 for Pinedale if Anson makes it. Free throw is up, and it is short, but that is Kunzler chasing down the rebound, gets it out to Dickerson. Dickerson back to Kunzler. It's the turnaround to grab it. Kunzler, Dickerson, pump fake. He's going to drive to the basket. He's going to go up, and a charge is called. Blake Illoway was sitting there. You could see that one coming. That's one of those where if you're Jet Dickerson, you hope that you just pull up and shoot a layup. And because of that, Jet Dickerson is out. So 2 main 3-point shooters out of the game for Lyman have fouled out with 37.8 to go. Redmond going to inbound underneath the basket. Gets it over to Hansen, back to Redmond. Nearly hit the rim on the pass back to Redmond. And a foul is called. So with 35.2, still a 6-point game, 2 possessions unless Redmond makes one of these free throws. McKinley Bradshaw and the Lyman Eagles girls basketball team on deck. Coming up here, about 10-15 minutes after this 35 seconds of game action concludes. 60-53 after the first free throw, so it's a 3-possession game. Redmond on the second free throw is good. Back to 8 is the lead. Chase Richards. And a timeout by Lyman. So 34.6 to go. I'll take this timeout too on MyLocalRadio.com to take a breath and refresh.
My name is Dr. Micah Pullins. I'm an orthopedic surgeon at Evanston Regional Hospital. I perform total hip, total knee, and total shoulder replacement. The huge majority of patients of mine that have undergone total joint replacement have been dealing with pain and disability for many years. After joint replacement and recovery, patients are back to doing the activities that they want to do.
All right, so the Lyman Eagles down by 8 here with 34.6 seconds. They've had a lead for a large portion of this contest, but a back-and-forth action has resulted in an 8-point lead for Pinedale here. I believe the ball is being inbounded at midcourt for Lyman. And it will, so 34.6 on the clock. Lyman down by 8. Reminder that the Lyman Eagles girls basketball team will be coming up next. Cassidy Nelson on family vacation, so she won't be there. Michaela Bradshaw out with a torn ACL. We'll have to see what the lineup looks like today for the Lyman Eagles. That is Kunzler up top, gives it over to Rogers. Rogers pump fakes, drives, and he'll shoot it. He is fouled. A blocking foul is called, so probably know what Eric Orem wanted is guys to be trying to take charges here. 24 seconds to go, up by 8. That's the only way that you let a team back into it is foul and let them score with no time going off the clock. Rogers will get 2 opportunities at the line. Colin Rogers short on the first. It's been a story like that in the last 5 minutes of this game. Lyman only 4 points in the last 5 minutes. Pinedale has scored 12 in that period. Second free throw is up and good. So a 7-point deficit now as they try to steal one in the backcourt, and I believe Kunzler sticks his knee/leg in there, and he will draw a foul. And that is his 5th. So Kunzler joins the duo of Eagles that have fouled out here in Housekeeper and Dickerson. So 3 players have fouled out in this contest. Down by 7 with 20 seconds to go. I'm not sure it will make a difference in the long run, but you'd obviously like to have some of those key players, including Housekeeper and Dickerson, some of your shooters on the court. First free throw from Redmond is no good, so Redmond has gotten an opportunity to pad those stats, add to his point total here in the last couple minutes at the free throw line. Nobody in the lane for Pinedale, and the second free throw is up and good, so no rebound opportunity anyway. Lyman takes it across midcourt here. Chase Richards going to drive the lane, throw it up off the rim, no good, and Van Etten runs away with it. And he is fouled with 11.4 to go. So the Lyman Eagles will fall again here. Looks like it's going to be their 5th loss of the season. But a lot of positives to come out of this game today. Knowing that they can hang with some of these divisional opponents that they have on their schedule. 62 to 54 the score. And the first free throw from Van Etten is no good. Second attempt on the way. 11.4 to go, so the Eagles will drop this one, but stick around if you're a Lyman fan or just interested in seeing McKinley Bradshaw and her team compete. Coming up next against Riverton. Chase Richards from outside. He's going to attempt the 3, nearly banks it in, rolls around, and no good. And that's how the game will end. 63 to 54. The Lyman Eagles fought valiantly, but come up just a little bit short. Some of those games that come down to the wire, the Lyman Eagles will certainly use this as an experience for the future and for the rest of their season. And hopefully next time around, they'll be able to win these close games. So as it turns out, the Lyman Eagles fought valiantly. They had the lead, but Kevin Lueck's squad not just quite enough. Didn't have just enough what it took in the tank. So coming up in about 10-15 minutes, the Lyman Eagles girls basketball team, coached by Jason Hansen, will take on the Riverton Wolverines. I'll have that action on MyLocalRadio.com. I'll start the stream in about 10 minutes, so please join us then on MyLocalRadio.com.